Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Midgard Golf. And we're still out here today in Mesquite, Nevada, playing Conestoga Golf Club. Just another lovely desert course out here on this just solid trip. It's just absolutely amazing trip down here in the St. George area in Utah, and then just over the border here in Mesquite, Nevada for Wolf Creek and Conestoga, these two courses here. So super cool. Definitely recommend all of the courses that we've played out here on this trip. So Dad and I are out here doing a 2-ball scramble again, seeing what we can do about tearing this course up. And oh boy, it's been a ton of fun so far. And this back nine is just a whole lot more of it. And a whole lot of great shots we actually made on this back nine. So I'm excited for you guys to see it. And if you're liking this content in general, remember, throw us a like and subscribe. You know we'd love to see you back. We've got some more content coming for you on this trip. A couple of nostalgic rounds after this one. One nostalgic for Pops there, and then one more for me. And then, of course, we're just going to keep going, and we're going to have more excellent content coming to you from wherever we end up next. So, this hole here, starting off on the 10th hole, just a little par 3, 168 yards for us, playing 2 up, and 198 yards from the tips. So, pretty solid par 3, I'd say, fair to midland, yardage-wise. But it's forced clearance pretty much the entire way with that big old lake that's right in front of you, and then a bunker just thereafter right before you hit the middle of that green. So, the only place you can really safely miss is to the right. And a little bit long since you've got plenty of backboard support, but I really wouldn't want to end up too high on that hill either, since, yeah, that downhill chip is going to be treacherous, especially that bunker that's behind the green, because that could be really disastrous. So definitely want to steer clear of that. So I have the 9-iron in hand. Let's give it a rip and see if we can't stab this green. Let's check it out. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 11th hole in the number 2 handicap on this course. And certainly deserving of it, playing for us at 430 yards and tipping out at 487, and it being a par 4, yeah, definitely lengthy, that's for sure. And it's not like it's hugely downhill either. You've got a little bit of downhill reprieve off the tee box, but not a whole lot. Most of the hole plays relatively flat. And to boot at that, it's a little bit of a dog leg. I couldn't really call it a dog leg. It's got a slight elbow in it to the left. But yeah, generally speaking, pretty straight. There's certainly a straight line over that bunker over there off to the left, as you can see it right from the tee box here. But yeah, that's definitely the risk line unless you're playing a fade over that bunker to bring it back into play from there. A draw, that's a fabulous play on this hole, no doubt about it. And yeah, so long as you're making it turn about where that elbow is, you're going to be right in the garden spot, smack in the middle of that fairway. So that'll be brilliant. Once you get up to the green, you've got 2 bunkers off to the right side of the green, and that's really all you've got to worry about. Long ways behind the green, you've got a little water feature there, a little kind of strange lake, but that's more decorative than it is kind of a hazard. I mean, you really got to launch one over this green in order to find yourself in that, so I wouldn't worry about that whatsoever. So, I've got the driver in hand, and I'm pretty much just hitting cuts, as you know. So, I'm just going to aim at that sand trap over there off to the left and fade it back into play from there. Let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Perfect. Little slingy. Should be good. Should be real good.
Very nice.
Good shot. Wow. Made it a lot harder than that. Oh no! Son of a bitch. God, they really tucked that pin way back in there, didn't they? I like yours a little more. Okay. Go right over that little dead spot there. Yeah. To the right? Yeah, a little bit to the right. There you go. Come on now. Keep coming. Get in there. Oh, come on. Man. Oh, yeah, you're right. Right at the dead spot. Wow. Dive! Oh! God! This is on both sides. That's a brutal 5, but that was a long putt.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are off to the 12th hole in the first par 5. We'll see here for the back 9. Playing for us at just 504 yards, tipping out at 578. So pretty modestly long, I'd say, for a par 5. And so far as the whole shape goes here, so you've got some forced carry right off the rip there to make it to the fairway, typical for desert courses, no doubt. But and then after that, I mean, the hole is actually pretty straight, but it's going to feel like it kind of squiggles all over the place. Kind of early in the fairway, you've got a bunker off to the left side that kind of encroaches its way into the fairway there. And yeah, kind of pushes the fairway off to the right in sort of a meandering fashion. And then the fairway kind of meanders back to the left right after it, with a little bit of kind of waste dirt mound area off to the right side of the fairway just after that little meander. From there on, it plays pretty straight on in the rest of the way for the rest of the way to the green. But you're going to have some kind of desert wasteland trouble off to the right side as you approach the green, as well as a kind of sizable bunker right before that sort of deserty wasteland bit. And then once you get up to the green itself, after a really narrow portion of fairway that you could choose to land your second shot in, you're going to have two bunkers off to the left side of this marginally small green, and that's about it. So, yeah, I think for most players this is going to end up probably being a three-piece hole just because of sort of the desert obstructions in your way and the demand for accuracy. However, if you really do pound a long drive down that fairway and clear that bunker and kind of that first sort of right side desert encroachment that I mentioned earlier, then you might find yourself in a position and remaining yardage enough to try to get home in two. So, yeah, kind of depends on how hard you can pound that ball right off the rip. So, I've got driver, and I'm just going to aim pretty much to the right of that bunker over there off to the left and try to rip it as hard as I can down there and pull it back into play from there. So, let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Beautiful. Good shot. Pretty good. No. Look right here. Here, right there. There it is. Good vibe.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 13th hole. And this will be a cool little jaunt in the golf cart here on our way to it. So take heed of how to get to this hole here, although not all that difficult to find. I've definitely seen paths that are much more confusing than this, going through neighborhoods and stuff like Indian Creek that we played over there in Oregon. That was that had a couple of crazy sort of in-between runs of holes there. But anyway, so this hole here, par 4, for us playing at 368 yards and tipping out at 396, but playing kind of gradually uphill basically the whole way. So yeah, playing a little bit further than that, I'd say. But anyway, so right off the rip here, you got a smidgen of forced clearance over a little bit of desert wasteland. Shouldn't be a problem for most players. And then after that, it's pretty much greenery the whole rest of the way. Definitely a wide enough fairway to bust the big dog, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So far as bunker trouble is concerned, you've got one kind of sizable fairway bunker off to the right-hand side, and as you approach the green, you're going to have one more sizable one to the front left of the green. And the green is pretty big and pretty inviting, I'd say. So shouldn't be a whole lot of trouble hitting this green into and making it stick, that's for sure. So, yeah, like I said, not a whole lot to worry about. I'm just going to aim it over to that left side and just cut it right back in from there. Try to stay out of that bunker, give myself a nice look on this green. But if I don't fade it far enough, then I'm probably going to have to fly that green side bunker over there off to the front left side in order to make it. So, yeah, being off to the left is kind of the poor angle to have here when I think about it. I do kind of want to be off to the right-hand side, if you can clear or just steer clear of that fairway bunker over there. So, anyway, let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Well done. Up and down. Well done. Sweet. Solo par. Nice.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 14th hole, and what they call the easiest hole on this course. Number 18 handicap here. Playing for us at just 132 yards and tipping out at 148. Certainly a short par 3, but yeah, God help you if you miss anywhere. So, if you miss left, you're dead. If you miss right, well, you might be alive, but still fair chance you're dead. Long, yeah, you've got a little bit of kind of back sideboard support off there to the back left, but apart from that, you're not looking happy. Now, you can't really see it from the tee box here, but there is a little bit of fairway length grass right before the green. So if you miss short, but you're right on line with the green, and just barely short, like maybe 10 yards short, then you might still be okay. So yeah, that's the only safe play here. So my recommendation, if you're trying to figure out how to sort of stack some confidence and play this hole well, then I would take actually the shorter club, maybe take the front of the green yardage if you happen to have a GPS or a laser rangefinder, and then use that club, and then just try to step on it a little bit. Unless the pin happens to be up front, then definitely just do that, right? But yeah, that will likely set you up for success so far as ensuring your ability to find your ball. No matter what, you've got a ton of force clearance here, like I mentioned before, pretty much all the way to the green. So it's basically tee box, little bit of fairway, and then green, and that's about it. So I have the gap wedge in hand, and yeah, I'm just going to try to float it way up in the air here and see if we can't stab this big old bag green. Let's check it out. Light.
More than that. Much. Oh! Stop, ball. Okay. Ready? So we bury this. Just hit it. Look. Looks like some holes are a little. There it is for three. Well done. Good putt. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 15th hole. Nice big old par 4 for us right here. 414 yards for us and tipping out at 450. So, yeah, one could, especially from the tips there, one could confuse this for a par 5, no doubt. Or a short par 5 anyway. But, I mean, a really cool hole here. You got a bit of a dogleg right that we're dealing with here. And a nice big old wide fairway, certainly inviting. Yeah, definitely extends more to the left than you can tell looking out from this tee box here, that's for sure. And those bunkers that you can see all the way down there by the green are the only bunkers that you're dealing with. Just one kind of front left and one behind left of the green, and that's it. So, I mean, apart from the trees and the housing off to the right, and then the kind of sparse string of trees off to the left, not a whole lot to worry about here. Definitely a hole you want to get after. And it being a dogleg right and me hitting cuts, oh boy, I'm a happy camper. So I'm just aiming right over that dirt mound there that you can see right in front of us off to the left-hand side, and I'm just going to crush it as hard as I can and take advantage of this slightly downhill fairway from the tee box here. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Oh yeah. That's
nice.
the drive of the day right there. That is just mashed. Good shot. Yeah, bailed me out again.
Shave some of that hole off.
Yes, sir.
Go. Go. There. Oh. Little uphill. Guarantee. Get up. Get up. Oh, it's slower than you think, huh? All right. Good job.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are off to the 16th hole. Made it to the stretch. And it opens us up here with the final par 5 of the day. And a really cool one at that here. Pretty much straight away. Kind of meanders, or not meanders, kind of creeps uphill a little bit all the way through the hole. So playing a little bit longer than the yardage on the scorecard, which is for us only 518 yards and tipping out at 561. But I'd say it's probably playing more like 540 for us and probably closer to about 590, maybe 600 for the tips there, so far as the effect of the uphillness. But apart from that, not a whole lot to worry about. I mean, it's like I said, it's pretty straight. You've got some bunkers to deal with here. You got 2 bunkers off to the right side of the fairway that come up on you pretty early in the fairway. And then as you make your way towards the green, you're going to have one more that's about 35, 40, maybe 45 yards short of the green off to the left. And then once you make it to the green, you got this big old horseshoe-shaped bunker right in front of the green, and then another little baby bunker right behind the green, and that's it. So, yeah, definitely a wide enough fairway to hit the driver, and it's a par 5, and you know you want to. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just not a whole lot to worry about it. I'm just going to try to rip it and stay out of those bunkers off to the right. Give myself a good look for a second shot. Maybe shave enough yardage off to try to get home in 2. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do on this beautiful 16th hole. Let's check it out.
Perfect! Son of a bitch! Son of bitch! Son of bitch! Just to the left of that mini bunker.
Might have got in there. I hit it well. Oh, fuck me.
Oh,
Fuck me. That is just rope.
get there. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's nice. Oh my God.
All right.
It's a lot slower. Right there.
not hit it like it's 2 feet past the hole.
Do it! Get in! Get in! Oh, well, it's not an eagle, but go ahead. Ham and egg the shit out of that. There it is. For the tweeter. Yep. That's it. Good tweeter. Great shot.
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 17th hole. And you know, this hole's in contention for my favorite hole on this course. This is a really cool hole here. So, I mean, really encapsulates desert golf, in my opinion here. So you've got a whole lot of desert to deal with here, left and right, and sawing the hole kind of in well, not in half, but it cuts it in two there, kind of, I want to say 3/4 of the way down the hole. So your initial look here, as you're looking out into this kind of infinity fairway that goes downhill on you, has definitely a wide enough landing area for you to hit whatever you want and be pretty comfortable about it. However, you're going to run out of fairway pretty quickly before you end up in this, like, I want to say probably 30 to 40 yards worth of just desert wasteland that slices this hole up. And yeah, it doesn't continue until you get to this kind of small fairway bit right before the green. And then, yeah, the green's got, what, one bunker that's, well, it could be left of it and right of it from one perspective if you're kind of looking at the green from the right-hand side of the fairway, or it could be kind of more sort of left front and kind of right behind if you're looking at it from the left side of the fairway. So depending on your perspective is going to kind of determine where those bunkers are relative to your position for your approach on the green. And then so far as fairway bunkers are concerned, you've only got one little baby one off to the right-hand side of that big old landing area you've got right in front of you. So to hit driver off this tee box, I mean, I'm hitting driver kind of weak right now just because, like I've been mentioning for months, I've still battling that back injury when I was playing this round there. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm taking driver at it just because I think I can, hit kind of a little control-y one and then put it about the right yardage that I want. But if you're really pounding driver, and if you're carrying it anywhere from, like, I'd say, 290 to 310, then you're going to land right in that desert wasteland. So I would definitely pick a shorter club if I was you. Now, if you're carrying it like 330, 340, then you might be able to hit it all the way through everything and get all the way down to that little sort of fairway run right before the green there. Give yourself a nice little chip shot to get up on this green. But you definitely want to know what your carry yardage is before you pull driver on this hole. I mean, regardless of what you happen to carry driver. Yeah, and your approach shot's going to look really cool onto this green. Kind of intimidating as the green is kind of set down in this little defilade inside of the kind of desert mountains there, or desert mounds, not really mountains, but anyway, desert hills, whatever you want to call them, that sort of surround this green basically on all sides. So it's just a really cool looking green complex, and that's what really sort of gives this hole the aesthetic that puts it in contention for being my favorite hole on the course. So anyway, driver in hand, I'm just going to hit a nice little soft buttercut out there and try to float it down there somewhere probably on the right side of this fairway. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do.
Perfect! You can't get any better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, that one's piped on a frozen rope right up center field. The bases were loaded. That's 4 fucking runs. I'll just go right at it if it's got the distance. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Nice.
Nailed it.
That's the ticket. Nice. Alrighty.
Right in.
What's
Right
that?
the hill and right at it.
Yeah, it can't be too much break to worry about here.
Yes, sir. Got a birdie.
Back to back tweeters, baby! Baby! Yes!
All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 18th hole. And what a beautiful closer it is, that's for sure. And a long one at that, too. 412 yards for us and 472 yards from the tips as a par 4. So pretty gnarly, especially if you're tipping it out. Holy criminy. And it's not like it's overly downhill either. I mean, for the second half of the hole, it's pretty well downhill, but not right off the rip here. It's pretty much straight out flat. So unless you can really get it all the way down there to reach sort of that that downhill turn on the hole there, that's about halfway down the fairway, and catch maybe a little bit of speed slot action once you get there. The undulation of the hole is not going to give you much help, that's for sure. Certainly isn't going to help you in the air. So, yeah, you've got that. And right there where you'd want to land in order to take advantage of that is sort of a choke point in the hole where you've got a pretty sizable bunker off to the left and another one just about lateral with it off to the right. That kind of squeeze the fairway in and make it super narrow until it until it opens back up again after that. So if you can fly the bunker off to the right, then that would definitely be the money play in order to give you a much shorter shot up onto this green. But if you're not able to pound that bunker on the right side, then I would just hit a draw and keep it left and try to stay out of that left side bunker, or just hit one straight or hit a nice little easy fade over that right side bunker and just eat it. You're going to have a slightly longer shot to get up on this green. And when you are taking that shot on the green from wherever you may be, you're only going to have one kind of large bunker to deal with, sort of a figure 8 looking bunker, right before the marginally large size green for this course. And that's basically it. And plenty of room past the green for you to miss it long and get caught up in some rough before you end up in the desert wasteland behind it. So, definitely wide enough fairway for me to hit driver, so I'm just going to aim right at that left side bunker there and hit my cut and, just punch it out there, give myself a nice look on this green from there. So, super cool. And again, if you're liking this content and you made it this far, well, first of all, thanks for watching. We love to have your company out here with us. And throw us a like and subscribe if you would, and join us again next time on the Bishop Country Club, where Pops, my dad, actually grew up playing, and he actually worked on that course when he was just a young man, when he was just a teenager. So pretty cool to get to showcase a course that's got so much history for my dad. So anyway, I hope you guys come back and join us for that round. And then after that, I'm going to show you the front 9, unfortunately, not the entire course, because there was a tournament playing there that day and they wouldn't let us play all 18. So we only got to play the front 9 of Lake Ridge golf course in Reno, Nevada. One of the courses that I grew up on. One of my favorite courses in the Reno city area. So I'm excited to share that with you too. Really wish I could have shared the back 9 with you in the infamous giant island green that's like a 250-yard par 3 from the tips. But next time I go to Reno, then yeah, we'll go play Lake Ridge again, and I will get you that back 9 content. So until then, as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.
Perfect. Yep. That'll do, Big. That's a good drive to end the day on right there.
Good ones in a row.
That's a really good drive. Pipe.
Right edge of the going. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. All right.
Well, a vogue to finish.
Vogue to finish. One over again on this side.
Yeah.
Hurt.
No, even. We were one under there, right? Yeah. Pretty great. Yeah. Pretty great.